Greetings, pet lovers. Bridget here with First Street Pets, and today we're going to talk about should I microchip my dog with the Fi Nano? Company Fi was founded in 2017, and the founders were looking for a way to keep dogs safe while they were unattended outside or out with a dog walker. The GPS collars at the time weren't very useful because they had a very short battery life and had to be plugged in daily, kind of like your cell phone. Plus, they didn't have a great range or the features that these founders were looking for. So they decided to go to the lab and create a better product. In 2019, the Fi collar was released to great reception. It looks great, it works great, and best of all, the battery lasts for up to 3 months. This is a huge improvement on the other GPS collars available on the market. If you check out my written article, which I will link in the description, you can read more details about the collar, and there is a link there where you can order it. They cost $149. So in 2020, Fi added microchips to its product line. This is kind of a logical addition as they are in the business of preventing dogs from getting lost. The Fi Nano chips can be purchased for as little as $3, which is a great deal compared to $10 to $15 for many other chips, and that includes registration. But with so many microchips available for purchase, what is different about Fi's chip and their registry? What are the pros and cons? First, let's talk about cost. At $3, the Fi Nano is one of the least expensive microchips on the market. Since they all do exactly the same thing, it doesn't hurt to look for a bargain, although I do not recommend purchasing no-name brands on Amazon, whether you're going to get Fi or Home Again or Microchip ID Systems. You want to stick with a well-known name brand that's made in America. Now, the price may not be a huge factor if you have one or two pets, but if you are running a rescue or you have a lot of pets like I do, that can really add up. So being able to buy for such a low price is a real plus. Availability. The Fi Nano chip is easy for anyone to purchase. They can be purchased directly from the company on their website or through Amazon. Now, in the United States, microchipping is not considered a medical procedure, so anyone can do it. Now, obviously, you need to know what you're doing, so if you don't, you're probably better off having it done at a veterinarian or shelter or one of those mobile microchipping clinics. But because you can do it yourself, especially if you have a lot of pets or you're running a rescue, that can save you a lot of money because a trip to the vet could be $50, $75, $100 for implanting that microchip that you could buy for $3 and do yourself. Fi has some great perks for shelters and rescues, as well as breeders and other users of a higher volume of chips. Right off the bat, you can request a free box of 20 microchips. I did that to do this video and some articles that I wrote about the chips, and I'm going to be donating them to a microchip clinic here in my town to be given away to people. So it's a great way to start out. You get 20 chips for free, and that includes registration right off the bat. Fi offers some other perks for rescues and shelters like partnership for microchip clinics, ways of obtaining more free microchips through using their registration, and also discounts on their GPS collars. Registering the Fi Nano chips is quick and easy. I registered one of the chips I got to a dog that doesn't exist just to see how it went, and it was very easy and took less than 5 minutes. Each microchip comes with a little card with a QR code on it. You simply scan that QR code, it takes you right to the page for registration. Now, one of the complaints that some Fi Nano users have is that the registry is super basic. It doesn't ask for a whole lot of information. While on other registries, you can upload medical records, pictures, and all kinds of other information. But in reality, when your dog is lost and being scanned, none of that information can be seen by the user. It's only visible at the microchip company. So really, the only thing that needs to be on there is the pet's name, your name, and a phone number, and the Fi registry does collect all of that information. Another potential issue is that while Fi chips can be used on any animal, it's obviously geared towards dogs to be paired with the collar. So you'll notice when you go in to register your options for type of pet or dog or not a dog. So it'll still work for a cat, but it's clearly designed for dogs. I've talked about pet microchip lookup in my other microchip videos. This is a website designed by the American Animal Hospital Association. It's basically a clearinghouse for the dozens of microchip companies, so it makes it easier for shelters and rescues finding a lost pet to figure out where the chip is registered and how to get a hold of the owner. Fi Nano does participate in pet microchip lookup, so that is a big plus. That means that their microchips are searchable in their database and your pet has a better chance of going home. Now, Fi's registry does not have a live call center, which is a definite thumbs down, but it's not unusual for a free chip company. As you can imagine, a 24/7 live call center is expensive, and those companies like Home Again usually require or encourage a yearly activation fee, which helps to support that system. However, the Fi Nano registry does provide something that isn't provided by any of the other registries that I'm aware of. If you find a pet with a Fi chip and you type it in on their website, they will immediately give you some limited information. Most of the other registries won't give out any information. You simply have to call them and then they will contact the owner. But within the Fi registry, you will have the option to send a secure message to the owner, which will go to their email. You can also call the registry and give them your contact info, and then they will call the owner and get the two of you in touch. The registry also displays the contact information of the vet or shelter or rescue that implanted the chip. So that's another layer of information that can be helpful. If you can't directly contact the owner, you can call the vet and see if they have the owner's info and they can get in touch with them. So you have a couple points of contact to try and find the lost pet's family. In the 2020s, people manage most of their business through apps, and Fi does have an app, which is pretty cool. Now, at this time, it's only for the collar. The microchip hasn't been integrated, which is a pretty obvious design flaw, but I have sent them a note about that as far as feedback, and I'm hoping that they will bring those two things together as they are in some of the other registries where you have a QR code tag and other forms of ID that are integrated with the microchip. That would just make a lot more sense. Overall, I would say that the Fi is a good quality chip to buy. They don't have a live call center, as I mentioned, but they do have a lot of other things going for them, especially the low price and the other benefits for shelters and rescues. You can find a link to their website and how to order them in the description. I hope this has been helpful for you, and thank you for watching.